everybody, this is Angela from Texas, and you're listening to 5 Picks and a Chick featuring El Gato. This is the show that gives you 5 NFL picks for people who love football and friendly wagering. However, right now we are in the off season, so today what we're going to do is do an off-season wrap-up, talk about the NBA Finals, and also give you a couple of baseball picks. No special guest today, just you and me, El Gato.
All right, we're flying just two in the cockpit, so let's do it.
All right, sounds good. Well, our last podcast, I went 2-1, giving me an off-season record of 27-15, and you went 1-2, giving you still a winning record of 23-17. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, overall, that's some good. We did some good picks. We're in the green, right? So to speak.
Yep.
And that's all we can ask for in this off season, just to stay busy and make some good picks in the NBA. And now we're going to do a couple of Major League Baseball picks, and then a race towards the football season here in about a month and a half.
I know. I'm excited. What do you think about this heat right now?
Oh man, it's brutal. It's the heat is in savage mode right now. I don't know how it's been so hot here in June. I hope this pattern does not continue through July, because if it does, we may be in trouble.
I know. It's so hot in Texas right now. I bought some Mrs. Baird's bread, but by the time I got home, it was Texas toast. It's crazy. Hey, but
where's the drum beat on that one?
Hey, speaking of the heat, let's talk about the NBA Finals. What were your thoughts?
Well, that Finals series, Denver just played at a different level, with Jokic leading the way. Triples, whatever he was doing, he was really unstoppable. The Heat never had an answer for that guy. And then playing alongside him is Murray, that tremendous young point guard, and he won maybe a game or two by contributing the way he contributed. He led the team to victory. And then you had the role players for the Nuggets that came through, put in some solid minutes, scored some critical baskets, and the Heat, on the other hand, they, like I said, they didn't have an answer on the defensive end for Jokic. And Butler tried. So did their center, Adebayo. He played a couple of solid games, but you could just tell the players for the Nuggets were just a little, and just slightly better. And when you're in the NBA and you're slightly better than the other team, that you're going to win. You're going to win some games.
Yeah, I agree. I think Denver was more talented. And they were bigger in size. You could really see the difference, when they were all on the court, the size difference. Nuggets had more playmakers and shooters, and the best NBA player in Jokic on the court. So, poor Heat. Towards the end, Butler couldn't do it all. And that was what they relied on in the playoffs. I think he ran out of gas and had a tire low on air with that foot injury.
Yeah, they did seem a little, to me, a little tired the last couple of games, especially maybe the second half of the third quarter going into the fourth. It seemed to me, just the casual observer, they were running on fumes, and it seemed like maybe towards the last 2 minutes of that game, they were still in it, but it seemed like they knew the end was inevitable. So.
Yeah,
they had a good season. They had a good run, though.
He gave it his best.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give you a baseball pick, and this is going to be for tomorrow night's game. Right. I've got the Angels minus 160 over the Rockies. I'm taking the Angels. They are coming off a tough series with the Dodgers, where they were shut out in both games. They are traveling to Coors Field, which is a great place for the Angels' bats to come alive. Not to mention Colorado is on an 8-game losing streak. So I'm going with the Angels in this game. Do you have any thoughts on this baseball game?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I saw the last 10 game record for the Rockies, and they're 2-8. And if you say they lost 8 straight, so that's some tough baseball there. The Angels, on the other hand, their last 10, they're 6-4, so a little bit above 500. The Rockies are last in their division. They give up a ton of runs each game at a 5.7 clip. Yeah, both pitchers projected probable starters on the mound are, they're both, let's see, Sandoval is the projected starter at 4-6, and Freeland for the Rockies is at 4-8. So they're, their arms are about the same, but I'll give it, I'll go with the Angels on this one. I think they're a better overall team, so I'll go with the Angels at -160.
All right. Do you have a baseball pick for us?
Yeah, I'm going to go. It's KC at Tampa. It's kind of an odd number here with Tampa at -267. Their last 10 games, they're 5-5. KC is 2-8. Tampa, however, really plays well at home overall in the season. Currently, they're 32-8 at home, and Kansas City playing away is 10-26. Both pitchers, the projected starters on the mound for KC is a pitcher named Greinke. He's 1-7. Not a very good record. He gives up about almost 5 runs per game on an ERA. The pitcher for Tampa, Effen, posting a pretty good record so far this year at 8-3. His ERA is just slightly above 3.2. But I'm going to go with Tampa. They're first, they're top in the Eastern Division. KC's bottom in the Central Division, and with Tampa playing so well at home throughout the season, and having a outstanding pitcher, and Effen, Greinke with KC only at 1-7. I'm gonna go with that -267 with Tampa.
All right. And this is the Friday night game that we're talking about. I have to go with. Yes, I have to go with Tampa in this game as well. They have the best record in baseball and are home against the basement-dwelling Royals. At least Kansas City has the Chiefs. Tampa is...
I love that.
Tampa is 32-8 at home, which is 12 more wins than the Royals have for the whole season.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
What a crazy stat, right? So I'm going with you.
I didn't notice that stat, but I bet it was right in front of me. But that's revealing right there.
I will go with Tampa as well. Any thoughts on the NBA draft tonight?
I don't keep up with the NBA draft. I should, but I may take a peek at it this evening. And I forget that guy's name. That's the number one player, Wadabayo. What's his name, Angela? I forget.
Wembanyama, I think.
Wembanyama.
Yeah,
right.
I think is how you
Spurs
pronounce.
have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I think
they should go with him, but who knows? They may trade him for 5 other guys. Who knows? We'll see.
I hope not.
Yeah, he may turn out to be another Tim Duncan, and then you build a whole team around that guy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I did see that Smart was traded to the Grizzlies. That's a big move. He's been with Boston. He was the Boston Celtics.
It seemed like he was their defensive guy, right? Their defensive go-to guy to put a stop on the other guys, on the other team's maybe best scorer. When you lose 2 years in a row in the playoffs, when you're projected to go all the way, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what color his hair will be.
That's right. We shall see.
We shall see. Well,
yeah.
The NFL kickoff is September 7th. The Chiefs are hosting the Lions, and we are 76 days away.
Wow, that's great. It seemed like the other day you said it was, a little over 100 maybe. I was like, oh, that's so far away. But we're knocking it down day by day. Sounds
I know.
good.
It'll be here before you know it. And speaking of that, we're going to take a little break in July. We'll be back in August with the podcast, so make sure to mark your calendars for that. Do you have any final comments, Elgato?
No, I don't. I think we had a pretty good off season, with some good records, and we made some pretty good picks, I thought. NBA Finals came and went, March Madness came and went, and now it's a month break, and we'll hit it again with NFL and college football, and we'll see what turns up.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of our records, given that this is our first year to do this podcast. So I think we ended really well on the off season. So that's good.
I love it.
Yep. Thank you for listening to 5 Picks and a Chick. Be sure to tell your friends about us. Also hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, as well as hit the like button. You could also find us on Spotify and Apple Podcast, or ask Alexa to play 5 Picks and a Chick. Again, just a reminder, we are taking a break in July, but we'll be back in August, so make sure to mark your calendars. As always, thank you to El Gato for being part of 5 Picks and a Chick. 1, 2, 3, break.